As you're interviewing Nick Fuentes, you might try suggesting to him, Mum and Dad, Stalin and Hitler arrested my mum and my dad when they were 10 years old.
Me mum died in the holly, back in the club popping molly, sucking like a lolly, getting gas like a dummy. And you think this is funny? Just because someone, somewhere, sometime is of the same species does not automatically mean it is deserving of your empathy. Especially when it's at the detriment, of the safety, your safety, the safety of the people you love, and if it would end up getting you exploited and drained from all your resources. At the end of the day, even empathy and emotion itself is a resource. It is finite as your heartbeat. But hey, Piers has something to say about it, Nick has something to say about it, and I have something to say about it. Let's check it out.
The way you talk about Adolf Hitler.
Hitler was a and kind of a pagan. It's like, well, he was also really cool. So, time to grow up. We're not children anymore. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right, boys? Am I right? Let's go. He was also really fucking cool.
You regret saying that?
Saying a fact? No, that's absolutely true.
You think Hitler was very fucking cool?
Yes, I do.
One of them.
And I'm tired of pretending he's not.
Well,
to be honest.
This is the problem, you see. It's a bit like when you just say, I'm a racist. You're a racist who thinks Hitler's cool, but you're not anti-Semitic. If you're a person watching this, what are they thinking? I'll tell you what they're thinking, because I've got a friend of mine called Danny Finkelstein, who, when he heard I was interviewing you, he's a Times journalist in the UK, very eminent journalist here, and author, who wrote a book about his own family's experiences at the hands of Hitler and Stalin, because he also told Tucker Carlson that you admire Stalin. But let's just take what Danny said here.
Hi Piers, it's Danny Finkelstein here. As you're interviewing Nick Fuentes, you might try suggesting to him that he reads my book, Hitler, Stalin, Mum and Dad. It's called Two Roads Home in the United States. Since he says he's on team, you might like to ask him about the fact that Hitler arrested my mum, tried to starve my mum to death, did starve my grandmother to death, sent my great aunt to the gas chamber, my great uncle, my cousin. My grandmother on my father's side ended up being one out of 7 children, the only one that survived the war. So you might ask him whether he wouldn't rather be on Team Mum rather than Team. And as for celebrating Stalin's birthday, well, Stalin took my father, sent him to a state collective farm, sent my grandmother and to a state collective farm, sent my grandfather to the Gulag. You might try asking why he doesn't celebrate Dad's birthday rather than Stalin's. It may all be a big joke to him. Well, Stalin and Hitler arrested my mum and my dad when they were 10 years old.
At 10 years old? Wait, so all that happened when they were 10 years old? Well, then how did this slow derpy ass get conceived, right? That's crazy.
So perhaps he might like to reconsider his joke.
During the German occupation, my granddad was a doctor, and he took the oath. He had to, he had to help the Germans out, put in work for the Germans. But I imagine he probably had to pay more taxes or something like that. But other than that, they didn't make him eat dog food or put him in a train to, huff some laughing gas or whatever. Nah. They were respectful to him, appreciative. He healed their men, so yeah, he kinda had no other choice, but he took the doctor's oath anyways, and from what I gather they were courteous and respectful to him. So then why should I be upset and offended for some people I have absolutely nothing to do with? And some might argue they were in countries they shouldn't be at in the first place. So there's that, I'm just keeping it real, keeping it common sense. We can't just throw around our empathy like that. That's even from an evolutionary development point of view. That wouldn't make a lick of sense.
See, that's the reality of your jokes, although I haven't ascertained yet whether you are joking when you say that Hitler was very fucking cool. Are you joking, or do you actually think he was very fucking cool?
I kind of agree. You know, living in the Netherlands, we kind of owe our infrastructure to Unc Adolf. You know what I mean?
The most genocidal monster of the last 150 years.
Yeah, the thing is, my generation, we're just done with the pearl clutching, you know?
Yeah, you might be, but then
edgy...
your generation hasn't gone through what Danny Finkelstein's family...
And we got our own struggles. I mean, what do these boomers want us to say? They're kumbayaing it up for the third world countries and the trees. But have they looked at how the West is doing lately?
Went through. So maybe the pearl clutching has a way to go for families whose family members were murdered.
Yeah, we got all that. We, you know, me mom, like we're, you know, I don't even know who this person is. Why is this person talking to me? This old British guy is saying me mom got killed by Hitler,
because he doesn't find it funny
by...
when you say Hitler's very cool.
I don't care.
He finds
I don't care.
I know you don't care. That's fine. You don't have to care.
Man, those lame boomer tactics. It takes me back to me arguing with my dad growing up. Same cheesy, corny tactics. Same dynamic of, bro, I really don't give a... I have more pressing matters than some bygone shit to weep about.
He does care.
Does that guy care about America? Does that guy care about me and my country and my family? No.
He cares what you, a prominent
Fair point.
conservative in America, has to say about Adolf. And what do you mean by Hitler is very cool?
Well, like I said, the infrastructure, I mean, thanks Hitler. You know, you don't see those Middle Eastern people coming through our countries fixing that for us. They don't even have the brain capacity for that. And have you ever seen footage of Adolf smiling? that makes me happy. I don't know what it is, but...
Very fucking a monster.
Okay. And that's a clip. I think he's very fucking a monster. Do you hear yourself?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And all these libtards still thinking, calling us racist, trying to pretend other country issues are our concern and we would be monsters if we don't think anything of it. It's sad. It's played out. That cancel culture BS was hot for a minute, but there's nothing much left of it now.
Can we all grow up?
I do.
Can we all grow up?
12 million childish. People. 12 million people. What is very fucking cool about that? Tell me.
The edits, it's just cool. The uniforms, the parades, it's cool as a guy. You look at World War II and it's fascinating and it's interesting and it's compelling and it's cool. And, you know, we're just tired of saying these kinds of things. We want to talk like real people and give our honest opinions. And then we literally get an old guy from England who's going to say, oh, that's not very funny, mate. Me mom. And it's like, shut up. Like, you know, no one.
That's it. Just shut the f up. You want to have empathy so bad? Well, then have empathy for, well, in the case of Dutch people, have empathy for Lisa, a 17-year-old Dutch girl that got murdered and by a refugee, an asylum seeker. That makes a hell of a lot more sense to be empathetic about than some war that's way elsewhere in time. It's not worthy of our empathy. And if all hell breaks loose over here, I don't want their empathy, because guess what? I'm gonna stay here and fight till my last breath. It's not even game that I'm giving, it's common sense.
Is in favor of genocide, so let's just get that out of the way. We're not in favor of a Holocaust or genocide.
Do you think if half your family...
Well, you get the point, you know? We're not in favor of a genocide, but on the other hand, we shouldn't give a f if it doesn't concern us. We got an economy to fix, We got our own communities that need to be safer. A housing market that can't handle this ridiculous, unnatural population growth. It's not even a population growth. It's literally just invading, right? It's... Come on, what the heck? Look around. Use your brain, you know, get with it. Wake up.